This is a tutorial. Learn how to put your dolls in a different background. We used Remove Background and Power Director 16.
Hello everybody, so welcome back to my channel. So today I want to show you how to use Remove Background, okay? This is a great program to use, especially when you need to edit things and move things around, okay? So let's just get started. Okay, let's just say we work with this backdrop right here, right? Now, as some of you may know, I've been working on Cinderella. And I did make the first part of Cinderella, okay, using my dolls, my Barbie dolls, and my Ken dolls. Let's just say you want to put a doll into this backdrop. Excuse me, sorry about that. So first thing you want to do, as you can see, it has these two black bars on the side. So if you don't like that, you can just close it, then pull it to the side, and now those black bars are gone, and you can open it up, and here's a backdrop. So the reason why I choose this backdrop, because of the fact this will look good for my Cinderella to continue with it. I can make it look like dolls are standing in this backdrop, right? Because I cannot build 1,000 doll rooms. I would love to, but I don't have the space. It's not like I have a studio, right? I work in my home. I use my living room. I completely took my living room and turned it into a doll studio. It's still not enough space. So if I had a studio, I was rented, it would be better. So let's just see what we can do with that. So let's just grab some dolls. Sorry that the dolls are nude. You know what? I'm going to stop here because I don't want to use nude dolls. So I will come back. Okay, so now I'm back. Okay, so what I want to show you, as you can see here, we have this backdrop that I found somewhere on Google. And it would look nice to use this backdrop for my Cinderella movie to continue with the second part to give some new scenery, right? So we can open it up so you can see what I'm working with. So what I plan to do is I plan to put some dolls in these backdrops in front of these doors. Like you have the door on the left side, which is closer to me. Then you have the door on the right side. It's a little further away. And then you have the entrance in the middle with the 4 brick steps, right? So let's see how we can place these dolls into these backdrops. Okay, so I'm going to close that out, and I'm going to get the dolls that I took a photo of, right? So here they go. So I took like pictures of like 3 dolls. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Well, this one, 3, right? So the reason why you want to take pictures of them in just a plain backdrop, because I want to remove it, right? So first, what you want to do, I have to go back and forth so that you can understand what I'm doing. Look at your scenery. So let's just say I want to place the doll in this first door right here on the left, which is closer to me, it's bigger. You want to take pictures of your dolls where it makes sense how they are positioned, because sometimes positioning of the dolls, like I used to do in the past, it just didn't look right. So you want to pay attention to the angles of the backdrop, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so let's come out of that, and let's just grab one of these dolls and see where she can fit. Let's just go with this one first. So the first thing I'm going to do is put her into the timeline. Now, if I put her under that photo, she's there now, and I try to green screen her in, sometimes it can be a little tricky. So actually, this is not a green screen. It is a white screen, right? We can use different colors. And we want to pay attention to the clothes that your subject is wearing. So it's good she doesn't have on anything white. Her colors are dark blue, some blue jeans, and she have on like some brown type of shoes, right? So that's good that I use a white backdrop. So let's try to see if I can use this white backdrop and remove the white backdrop using my program, which is called Power Director 16. So we're going to go over there to Designer. We're going to click on that little arrow. So drop down, click it. You're going to go into PIP Designer. Click it. And at the very top to your left, you're going to click on Chroma Key. Click it. And then under that, you're going to click this little eyedropper. Click it. And then you're going to click on the whiteboard. And let's just see what happens. Okay. So it worked, but as you can see, there are some errors. So we're going to try this. I'm going to show you two different ways you can put your dolls into any backdrop that you want. Okay, so we'll play around with these features on the side, right? So let's try edge sharpness, right? And let's see what happens. If I move it all the way to the left, so that's a no. So let's try to move it. Because what we try to do, we're trying to remove all these like shadows that's in the back of the doll, right? So that didn't make, as you can see, it made her head disappear, and you can still see the shadow. So let's try tolerance of luminous, and let's see what happens. So it would work, but now look what happened. So when I use tolerance of luminance, it put all this white inside the photo. So that's not what we want. So that's not working good. So let's try to move it back out. But as we move it out, as you can see, the top of her head is like missing and still shadows behind it. So let's try tolerance of saturation. Let's see what happens if we move it all the way to the left. Okay, it makes all this white fuzzy stuff. And let's try to move it to the right. And let's see what happens. Nothing. So it's not working. Tolerance of hue. Let's try it all the way to the left. It didn't do anything. Let's try it all the way to the right. It didn't do anything. So no. So sometimes when you are trying to use like a green screen, a white screen, a black screen, whatever color, sometimes when you're using your program, it can be very tricky and it could be a little difficult. So we're going to come out of that, and then I'm going to show you a much easier way to remove the background. When you could put this doll, right? When you could put this doll into any backdrop you want, this is a much easier way. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to put her back into the timeline in her regular white image. So what I have to do here is I have to give this picture a name so I can find it, right? So I'm going to click on this little image you see that looks like a camera, and it says take a snapshot of the video, but it's not a video, it's a picture. So we're going to take a snapshot, click it, and I'm going to save it into pictures. So click on pictures and give her a name. So I'm just going to call her Blonde Barbie, right? Blonde Barbie. Okay, and I'm going to save it as Blonde Barbie. So just click save. So now it's saved. So now I'm going to go to my program called Remove Background. So here we go, because I have so many things opened up here. So we're going to click on here. And as you can see, it was remove background. So what I need to do, I was working on something. So what I need to do is I need to upload the image of Blonde Barbie. Where did I save her? I saved her into pictures. So you're going to click on pictures, and you're going to go back and find that picture that you saved called Blonde. So usually the first 2 to 3 letters, it pops up. So here she goes. So I'm going to highlight it, click on it, and then I'm going to click open. And it's going to put her into my program. It automatically removed her. So I do prefer to use the paid version, which you see here. It says download HD. That is the paid version that I prefer to use, because when you download it, the image is going to look more sharp and more clear, more crisp. Okay, so I'm going to download that image. And I already have credits. I told you I'm paying for it. So I have 280 credits. I'm going to download this image. It's downloading. It already downloaded. McAfee is showing me that it downloaded and that it was safe to do so. So I go back to my Power Director software. And I'm going to go here where it says Import Media. Click on it. And then we're going to click on Import Media Files. And I'm going to go back to where I downloaded that image. So I'm already in downloads. And there she goes. She's downloaded. And it removed the background. So highlight her. And then click Open. Now here she goes. She's downloaded, right? And her background was removed. So now I'm going to take this same image and I'm going to put it into the timeline right under the backdrop that I wanted to put my dolls in. So as you can see, let's open it up. She's in the backdrop, right? She's super clear. I don't see any shadows, so she's perfectly put into the backdrop. Now, when I want to put her into this image like she is a part of this, to make it make sense, to make it look believable that she is into this backdrop, I'm going to go back to the program. So what I need to do, because the doll is too big, I need to shrink her, right? So you're just going to use your little arrows and shrink her down, make her smaller. And I could put her into whatever in front of which door I want to put her in front of. Let's just say I put her here. Just slide over and I put her here. And she's standing in front of this door, right? Put her down a little bit and let's open it up and see what that looks like. So there she goes. She's standing in front of the door. Let's just say I wanted to create some scenery. I want to create some scenery with this backdrop for my Cinderella, right? The next Cinderella part 2. And this is part of one of the scenes. So these are the steps that I would have to take because I cannot always build up doll sets, or doll rooms, or doll houses because I don't have any more space to do so. So I have to start using virtual sets, like from the computer, right? And I know a lot of times for some people, this is too much, and they're like, oh, I forget it. Now, if you think she looks too small, I can also make her a little bigger. But when we standing next to a door, you know, we may stand about that height. If she's standing as tall as the door, it's going to look weird. She's going to look like a giant. Okay, so that's one doll in front of a door. Let's get another one, right? I'm not going to use the blue doll. Someone said it was too cringy, so I don't want to make people feel cringy. Let's get another doll that I took a picture of, and I'm going to have to remove her from the background. So let's get this doll right here. So all I'm going to do is name it, take a picture, right? Make sure it's on pictures and name it. I'm going to say brown Barbie, right? Her hair is brown, so I'm going to say brown Barbie. And then I'll save it. So it's saved, and now I'm going to go back to uploads, right? I can close that out. I'm going to go back to remove background. So I have to upload brown Barbie, right? So just start typing the word brown. And you'll do the first 2 letters. She pops up, highlighting, hit open, and put her in the program. And it'll automatically remove her background. So I'm going to use my download HD because if you use download, the free one, the images are not as clear. Okay, so I want the HD one. So I'm going to download this image and see, here we are. I'm using my credits now. I have 287 left. So let's hit download. It downloaded. Let's go back to my program, Power Director. Go get the downloaded image. click on import media files, and there she goes, because download was already open because I've been using it, right? So I'm going to highlight her and open her. So now she's removed from the background. I could put her wherever I want, put her into the timeline. Oops, sorry about that. Drag her into the timeline, right? Under the same photo, right? And as you can see, she's completely giant, right? So we want to make her smaller. She's too big, right? So I can make it look like she's standing in front of this door, right? So we got to close it out, and I'm going to shrink her. Let's make her smaller. Just grab it down, right? And slide her over where I want her to be. Make her smaller. Put her up like she's standing up on the step. Well, she could be right here. That's fine. Because you want to place them where it look like they're standing on top of something. So that's fine. So if I opened it up, right? Sorry about that. Open it up. Now it looks like she's standing on the step in front of this door, right? So I can put another doll into this backdrop. You can put as many objects wherever you can put. I can put a plant on the side, make it look like there was a plant standing here. That's the beauty of backdrops when you want to change things out. That is what I love. So let's just get the last doll, because I have one more. Where is she? Uh-oh. Okay, it must be to the top. Here she goes. So let's just grab her and just watch what I do. Okay, so I gotta name her. Put her in pictures, and I'm gonna say blue Barbie, right? Her hair was blue. So I'm gonna say blue Barbie. Oh, we already have blue Barbie. So I'll say blue Barbie 2, right? And save it. It's saved. Go back to the upload program. Close that out because I already downloaded this image. And we're going to go to upload, and we're going to get blue Barbie. Notice it's in pictures because these are the things that I have open. So we're going to just type in blue, first two letters. She's going to pop up, highlight her, click open, and now she's in the program, and it removes the background that quick. And I'm going to use download HD. So I'm going to download it. Got to download it again here and watch it go. Now it's downloaded. Go back to Power Director. Import media files. And there she goes. My download is already open. So now highlight her, click open, and here she goes. And now I can put her into the timeline under the same images. Right? You gotta line it up. And she's too big. So what we're gonna do, so I just like for you to see how big they are when you put them in. So she's like a giant in the photo. So what we're going to do is we're going to shrink her, right? So I have to close that out. And now I can just shrink her down. Pull her down, make her smaller. And there she goes. I could put her, maybe I could put her on the steps, right? Maybe instead, okay, she's not quite on the steps. Is she? Can't see it. So let's open it up. And as you can see, yep, she is standing directly on the steps. So guys, this is how you can put your dolls into whatever image you want them to be in, whatever backdrop. You can make them look like they're at the beach. They can look like they're at Walt Disney World. As long as you can remove the background, you can do this. Okay? So let's see how long this video is running. Oh my God, it's too long. So we gotta stop here. I'm gonna end it here. So as you can see, open it up. So that is one way you can remove your dolls and put them into whatever backdrop you want. I will do more. I want to show how you can do it when you're doing the stop motion with the dolls. When I'm doing dialogue, because I'm still working on things to be prepared for Cinderella tour. Yes, it's been over a year, but production takes a lot of work, and I do have a life outside of YouTube. So anyway, I'm going to stop. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.